Have you ever heard about an older gentleman who peacefully passed away after a simple nighttime trip to the bathroom? It's more common than you might imagine. What's truly concerning is that many seniors are unaware of the potential risks lurking within such an ordinary activity. Take the case of a 71-year-old man in Ohio who died shortly after getting out of bed. Doctors clarified it wasn't the act of urination itself, but the subtle bodily changes leading up to and following it. The critical factors were the rapid decline in blood pressure, the circulatory adjustments, and the resulting strain on the heart, silent triggers that could affect anyone over 60. In this video, we'll delve into 4 crucial aspects to consider when rising at night, measures that could potentially save your life or the life of a loved one. Each point highlights a hidden risk, gradually accumulating with age. By understanding these risks, you can protect yourself from common nighttime heart-related events that affect seniors. Stay tuned until the end because the insights you gain could not only help prevent a tragedy but also transform how you approach those late-night bathroom visits forever. Let's begin. Number 1. The sudden drop in blood pressure upon standing. One of the most frequently overlooked dangers for older adults occurs in those brief moments transitioning from lying down to standing. If you rise too quickly, your blood pressure can plummet, a condition known as orthostatic hypotension. It's a common yet hazardous phenomenon in seniors because, as we age, our blood vessels lose elasticity, and our nervous system responds more slowly to abrupt changes in position. Picture this: you're sound asleep, your body is relaxed, and your circulation has slowed down for hours. The instant you move your legs over the edge of the bed and stand, gravity pulls blood downward towards your legs. If your body doesn't adjust rapidly enough, your brain momentarily lacks oxygen. That's why some people feel dizzy or see stars for a second or two. However, for an older person, those few seconds can be critical. Medical professionals have found that many nighttime heart attacks and sudden deaths in the elderly are triggered by this rapid shift in blood flow. The heart suddenly has to exert more effort to stabilize blood pressure, and if there's even a slight blockage or weakness in the cardiovascular system, the strain can be deadly. Here's what compounds the problem. Most people ignore the warning signs. They think, "I just stood up too fast," and continue toward the bathroom. But what really occurred was a brief moment of oxygen deprivation to the brain, a signal that your circulatory system is struggling to adapt. Music. To safeguard yourself, slow down the process of getting up. Before standing, sit on the edge of your bed for 20 to 30 seconds. Take a few deep breaths. Move your ankles in small circles to stimulate blood flow. Then, stand slowly while holding onto a stable surface, such as a wall or bed frame. This small adjustment can dramatically reduce the risk of fainting, falling, or triggering a heart rhythm disturbance. It's a simple habit, but one that could literally save your life. If you frequently feel lightheaded when standing, discuss your blood pressure patterns with your doctor, especially if you take diuretics, blood pressure medications, or music sleep aids. Many of these drugs can intensify the nighttime drop in pressure. Remember, the danger isn't just standing up too fast. It's underestimating how fragile circulation becomes after 70. Your body needs time to adjust, and giving it those few extra seconds can mean the difference between life and tragedy. Number 2. Sudden changes in heart rhythm during urination. Another hidden risk older adults face at night, music, happens precisely when they start to urinate. You might think urinating relieves pressure and helps your body relax, but for seniors, it can create a dangerous shift in heart rhythm and blood flow that's often underestimated. When you stand and release urine after sleeping, your body experiences what doctors call the micturition reflex. It's a complex response involving your bladder, heart, and nervous system. As the bladder empties, the vagus nerve is activated, slowing the heart rate and dilating blood vessels. In younger people, this adjustment is harmless. But in those over 60, especially men with prostate issues or weak hearts, it can cause the heart to slow down too much or trigger an irregular rhythm. Some call it nighttime urination syncope. A person stands up, starts to urinate, feels dizzy, and suddenly collapses. Music. For a healthy young body, this might pass with minor embarrassment. But for a senior with heart disease, it can lead to cardiac arrest. The combination of low nighttime blood pressure, dehydration, and the strain of pushing urine through an enlarged music prostate can overwhelm the body's control system. Consider a man named Harold, aged 74, who had mild heart disease and used to wake up twice each night to use the bathroom. One morning, his wife heard a thud in the hallway. Harold had fainted, his pulse weak and irregular. Doctors later confirmed that the sudden vagal reaction during urination had slowed his heart to a near standstill. He survived, but the warning was clear. If you often wake up to urinate, pay close attention to how your body feels. If your hands tremble, your vision blurs, or you feel lightheaded, sit down immediately. Never force your body to finish music quickly. It's better to take your time, breathe slowly, and even sit while urinating if you're prone to dizziness. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a way to protect your heart. Another crucial point: avoid holding your urine for too long. When the bladder is overly full, the sudden release creates a powerful reflex that can shock your cardiovascular system. Music, and if you've been drinking alcohol, taking sleep medication, or using sedatives, your nervous system's control is even weaker, making the effect more dangerous. The key is music to reduce strain and keep circulation steady. Always walk slowly to the bathroom. Keep the lights dim but not completely dark to avoid disorientation, and never rush the process. A few extra seconds of patience, music, can mean the difference between a safe night and a silent collapse. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content, music, to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3. Heart strain from cold shock and nighttime dehydration. One of the most dangerous combinations for seniors is a cold environment and a dehydrated body. When you wake up in the middle of the night, your body temperature has already dropped slightly due to slower metabolism during sleep. Then, when you step into a chilly bathroom or touch cold water, your blood vessels constrict rapidly. This sudden tightening forces the heart to work harder to push blood through narrowed pathways. For someone with a strong, youthful cardiovascular system, this stress is minor. But for older adults, especially those with heart disease, music, high blood pressure, or diabetes, this can trigger a dangerous chain reaction. The abrupt constriction raises blood pressure, strains the heart, and can even cause a fatal arrhythmia. That's why cardiologists often warn about cold shock, a sudden exposure to low temperature that leads to an immediate spike music in blood pressure and heart rate. Now, add another factor: dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst diminishes, music, and our bodies lose more fluids through breathing and urination at night. Dehydration thickens the blood, makes it harder for the heart to pump, and increases the likelihood of clot formation. When these two factors, music, cold, and dehydration, combine, the result is a perfect storm for heart strain. There's also a subtle but critical detail. The act of urination itself causes a brief drop in blood pressure as the bladder empties. So if your heart is already strained by cold and dehydration, this moment of pressure fluctuation can become catastrophic. It's not uncommon for people to feel chest discomfort or shortness of breath right after urinating in the middle of the night. Let's take the case of William, a 78-year-old retiree who kept his bedroom window slightly open for fresh air. One winter night, he got up to use the bathroom. The floor was cold, and the temperature had dropped to near freezing. Within minutes, he felt dizzy, his chest tightening. He collapsed before reaching the toilet. Paramedics later confirmed his heart went into sudden arrhythmia caused by cold-induced stress and dehydration. Music. To prevent this, here are a few simple but life-saving habits. Keep your room and bathroom at a moderate temperature, never too cold. Wear socks or slippers before stepping onto cold floors. If you tend to get up at night, keep a glass of water on your bedside table and take a small sip before lying back down. Avoid drinking too much at once, but maintain a steady fluid intake throughout the day. Also, remember that caffeine, alcohol, and certain medications can dehydrate you, especially before bed. Adjust your evening habits to minimize strain on your heart. And if you take diuretics, talk to your doctor about timing your doses earlier in the day. Every year, thousands of older adults experience cardiac incidents linked to cold, dehydration, or both, often right in their own homes. You might not control the aging process, but you can control your environment. By keeping warm, staying hydrated, and being mindful of your body's limits, you can dramatically reduce the risk of a nighttime heart emergency. Number 4. Hidden heart stress from interrupted sleep and nighttime urgency. Music. There's another factor few people ever consider: the toll that interrupted sleep takes on your heart. Every time you wake up to urinate, your nervous system is forced out of its calm, resting state, music, into sudden alertness. For a younger person, that jolt isn't dangerous. But for someone in their 70s or 80s, this abrupt shift from deep rest to movement can be a serious trigger. Here's why. During sleep, your heart rate slows down, your blood pressure drops, and your music blood vessels relax. This state allows the body to repair and recover. But when you wake suddenly, especially in the middle of a sleep cycle, your adrenaline surges. That instant rush of stress hormones increases blood pressure, tightens the arteries, and forces your heart to work harder than it should at that hour. Now, combine that with the physical effort of standing up, walking to the bathroom, and pushing urine through a possibly enlarged prostate or weakened bladder muscles. It's not just about getting up. It's about how the body transitions from rest to strain in a matter of seconds. This is one of the reasons why so many cardiac events happen during or right after nighttime urination. There's a psychological side, too. Many seniors feel anxious when they wake up at night, worried about falling, missing sleep, or even feeling embarrassed about frequent urination. That anxiety itself raises blood pressure. Some try to rush through the act, holding tension in the chest or abdomen, unknowingly putting extra pressure on the heart. Consider a 72-year-old man named George who used to wake up 2 or 3 times every night. He thought it was harmless until one evening he stood too quickly, felt a sudden tightness in his chest, and fell back onto his bed, gasping for breath. His doctor later told him his blood pressure had spiked sharply from the stress of waking abruptly, music, and straining his body too soon. To protect yourself, the first step is acceptance. Nighttime urination is common and not shameful. It's a natural part of aging, but it's how you handle it that determines your safety. Music. If you wake, don't rush to get out of bed. Sit for a moment, breathe deeply, and allow your body to adjust. Keep a soft light nearby so you don't stumble in the dark. Also, focus on improving your sleep patterns. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol before bed. These all increase urine production and heart strain. If you're taking medications like diuretics, ask your doctor if you can adjust the timing. And if you often feel your heart racing or notice irregular beats after waking, don't dismiss it. Get it checked. Finally, understand that what feels like just a bathroom trip may actually be your heart's most vulnerable moment. Aging bodies deserve gentleness, not urgency. Treat every nighttime awakening as a moment to care for yourself, not to rush. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Music, your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Music, now let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we reach the end of this discussion, take a moment to think about how something as ordinary as getting up to use the bathroom can reveal so much about our health and longevity. Music, the truth is, aging doesn't always bring loud warnings. It whispers through small, familiar moments we've learned to ignore. Each of these 4 points we discussed tonight reflects a deeper truth. Our bodies need more patience, care, and awareness than they once did. Standing up too fast, ignoring dizziness, holding urine too long, or walking in a cold, dark room. All these seem harmless. Music, but for the aging heart and blood vessels, they can be real tests of endurance. I've lived long enough to see how quickly life can change from one careless moment. What protects us most at this age isn't strength or youth. It's mindfulness. Slow down. Give your body time to adjust. Create an environment that supports your safety, not one that challenges it. You don't have to live in fear, but you should live with wisdom. Listen to the quiet signals your body sends. Music, the brief dizziness, the chill in the air, the racing heartbeat. They are not inconveniences. They are messages. honor them and you honor the years that brought you here. Music. And remember, this isn't just about avoiding death. It's about living fully, safely, and with self-respect in every season of life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Music, your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and music share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, music, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.